Tom Pritchard has a podcast that airs on this channel. Was he working at FCW at all during the time you were there?
He sure was. I was with Tom every day. I was with Dusty every day. I was with Norman Smiley every day. Those were the guys that were there.
And I understand you had a special connection with Dusty that actually translated to you and him watching movies together and stuff, but he took a special liking to you and saw you as a star right away.
He did. He did. And if it wasn't for him, I don't even know what, I obviously my career in WWE was cut short when I left. But I think Dusty was my biggest fan, and I know he stood up for me and would tell, the bosses that you're just not paying attention. You need to see what she has, what makes her unique, what makes her good. And he always backed me on that. And yeah, we have a love for film. Once again, explains what I'm doing now. Dusty had a major love for film. So we would sit and talk shop, not just about wrestling, but about film and new movies that were coming out and why we love them and the characters and the storylines. And my favorite days were promo classes, which were Dusty's favorite. And, he always gave me A+ across the board when it came to my promos. And it was just something, it was definitely just something there. And everyone knew it. They knew I was his favorite. And they gave me shit about it, but it's okay. He was good to me, and he saw things in me that maybe I didn't even see in myself at the time. Eventually I would grow into that. So.
And you eventually did something with Goldust too, didn't you? Dustin Rhodes, Dusty's son.
Thanks. Yeah, I think a little bit when he was with Oksana, I think. Yeah, I think something small there while we were in NXT.
Was that Dusty's influence at all, putting you with
I
the
don't
son?
think so, but both Cody and Goldust, they both knew how much, how close I was. They used to make jokes, to me of how close I was to their father.
At one point, you were general manager. Was that something that Dusty had kind of petitioned for to get you that role?
Yeah, Dusty really believed that he was really pushing for me to be a strong character, a strong leader. He was really pushing for me to be one of the GMs for SmackDown or Raw. That's why he built me up as a GM in FCW. Like I mentioned, my strengths were definitely on the mic, and I utilized that. We don't think that they utilized it the way Dusty wanted them to. And that was fine. Eventually that's one part of the reasons why I left. I felt it made me stand out a lot more than the other girls. And I wanted to concentrate on things that made me different. And that was one of the things that made me different, which later on you would see in Lucha Underground with Katrina.